there, everyone! Welcome to the first episode of Strange Silver Age. You can call me Cassie Rose, and I'm your host and guide through the bizarre world of Silver Age DC Comics. I guess I should explain what Silver Age means for those of you that might not know. The Silver Age covers the period of comics released from 1956 to 1970, and it's pretty well known for having some out there stories. Let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if they were smoking something in the writer's room. Today, we're covering Batman, issue number 134, released in 1960. Specifically, I'll be focusing on the cover story, the Rainbow Creature. Without further ado, let's dive in.
That green aura from the Rainbow Creature has turned us into two-dimensional people.
Look, I can do good voices for many characters, but Batman is not in my vocal range. Oh boy, we're in for a ride, aren't we? There are so many things going on with this cover. The first thing I'm noticing is a giant monster that looks like a rainbow snow cone, and Batman and Robin have been given the flat Stanley treatment, becoming floppy paper dolls in the wind. All that aside, in the bottom right corner, there's a town where a bunch of people are gathered wearing sombreros. We got that good ol' approved by the Comics Code Authority stamp, so we know this one won't corrupt the youth. Score! The teaser page adds to the weird factor, where we have the rainbow snow cone monster turning a handcar into mist. There's some conquistador guy riding a horse, laughing and gloating about how none can withstand the powers of my rainbow beast. How many powers does this freaking snow cone monster have? I guess we'll find out when we take a look at what this story has to offer. I'm going to be doing a counter of just how many powers this thing has. And whenever Mr. Snowcone suddenly has a new ability, you'll hear a little ding as it's added to the tally. The story opens with Batman and Robin visiting the beloved president of a South American country, talking about how the country recently chased out a gangster and a wannabe dictator named Diaz. Let me just say, I love how it's just a South American country. Like they couldn't be bothered to come up with a fake country. And the villainous gangster guy has an extremely stereotypical Latin name. Diaz got off better than the president, though, who doesn't even get a name at all. D for effort, guys. Batman and Robin hear about a rampaging rainbow-colored monster, and immediately see the monster melt through a building as it walks right through it. So yeah, there you go. Power number 1 added to the counter. Then the rainbow snow cone monster just suddenly freezes the shell that's fired at it, shattering it and adding a second power to our tally. The icy aura spreads and also shatters the bridge. Apparently ice can just, shatter anything it touches, who knew? The apparent owner of the rainbow snow cone monster suddenly reveals himself. Surprise, surprise, it's Diaz, the dictator conquistador guy. So, according to some of the villagers, the rainbow creature is also invulnerable and nothing can destroy it. Does that count as a power? I'm going to count it as a power. Power number 3. Batman and Robin get the bright idea that surely ramming a handcar into the rainbow snow cone monster will destroy this indestructible thing. Predictably, it doesn't work. And the snow cone monster busts out power number 4, vaporizing things into mist. Batman and Robin then decide to try to face the rainbow snow cone monster head-on. It throws out a 5th power, this time turning Batman and Robin into two-dimensional people, as was shown on the cover. Thankfully, the rainbow snow cone monster's weirdest power is only temporary, and it wears off pretty quickly. After the monster leaves, Diaz orders his men to attack, which makes Batman realize that Diaz actually has no power over the monster. Batman reveals to the villagers that Diaz and his men are actually as terrified of the monster as everyone else, and they can't control it. Batman literally knocks Diaz off his high horse, then takes him out with a single punch. Wow, Diaz. Really living up to your lame name by being a complete pushover of a villain, huh? Batman also says that this thing was a freak of nature born from the volcano? I have no idea when or how he figured this out. Looking back at some earlier pages, it was mentioned that the snow cone monster was spotted walking away from the volcano, but then again, I'm not sure how that proves that's where it came from. Batman must have looked at the script for the comic. Diaz's men are still hanging around and threatening the villagers, but Batman scares them off by making them think the rainbow creature is back, projecting a rainbow with a prism. Are we sure Diaz's buddies are from a South American country instead of Alabama? Because they're really afraid of a rainbow. With Diaz and his gang of losers dealt with, all that's left is the rainbow monster. Batman forces the rainbow snow cone monster to exhaust itself by burning through all of its powers, including having it vaporize a Jeep? What the hell, Batman? There could have been people in there. Batman and Robin then pick up a wooden pole and get ready to jab it into the rainbow creature.
We've got to ram it hard,
Batman yells. I can hear you chuckling. But before Batman and Robin can shove their wood into the monster, it disintegrates, having used up the last of its life force. The story very anticlimactically ends there. So, did the story live up to the cover? Yes, absolutely. It was just as weird and chaotic as I expected. However, the pacing felt very rushed, and there are quite a few things that didn't make much sense. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of disappointed that Diaz didn't actually create the monster. A mad scientist conquistador guy would have been fun. But overall, it was an enjoyable read, and I laughed a lot. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of Strained Silver Age. Once again, I'm Cassie Rose, signing off for now. I've got some crime to fight, and I'll see you later.